When Jack turned 63, he didn't feel old. He was still active, hiking on weekends, fixing things around the house, helping his grandkids with school. But somewhere along the way, things shifted. He started waking up tired, even after a full night's sleep. His workouts felt heavier. His mood dipped, and intimacy with his wife became more frustrating than fulfilling. Something felt off, but no one could tell him what it was. His doctor called it aging, but Jack wasn't convinced, and maybe you aren't either. This quiet decline is something countless men experience after 60. It doesn't hit all at once. It creeps in slowly: low energy, fading stamina, decreased drive, and a sense that something vital is slipping away. Most men chalk it up to getting older, but the truth is more complex. It's not just aging, it's deficiency. Your body, once thriving with energy and function, now quietly runs low on nutrients it desperately needs. And no one's warning you about it. Behind the fatigue, behind the brain fog, behind the dip in performance, there are three specific vitamins, simple, essential, and shockingly overlooked, that play a critical role in how your body feels, moves, and responds. When these levels drop, so does everything else: energy, blood flow, testosterone, focus, even confidence. What makes this worse is that most men don't realize what's happening. They assume they're just past their prime, but they're not. They're running on empty, and no one told them they could refill the tank. Jack found out the hard way. He was doing all the right things, eating healthy, staying active, cutting back on sugar. But none of it worked because the engine of his body was still missing critical fuel. When he finally started supplementing the right way, it was like someone flipped a switch. His energy returned. He stopped dreading the gym. He felt like himself again, maybe even better than before. That's the part no one tells you. This decline isn't final. You don't have to accept it. You can fight it, but only if you know what you're fighting. That's what this video is about. Not hype, not quick fixes, just the real science of what your body needs and how to give it back. These three vitamins can reignite the parts of your life you thought were gone forever. But if you take the wrong type, the wrong dose, or use them at the wrong time, you could end up stuck right where you are, frustrated, tired, and wondering what happened to the man you used to be. Right now, you're standing at a fork in the road. Down one path, nothing changes. You stay tired. You keep guessing. Life gets smaller, less exciting. But down the other path, if you're willing to pay attention, there's a different future. One where you wake up clear-headed. You move with purpose. You feel strong, confident, connected. You get your edge back. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. What's happening to you isn't weakness. It isn't failure. It's a biological warning signal. And the fix isn't complicated. It just hasn't been explained to you the right way. Until now. So let's get into it. Because this could be the first step to taking back control of your health, your energy, and your life. Most men think aging means slowing down. You lose energy, your memory fades, your drive disappears, and you just have to live with it. That's what we've been told. But what if that idea is completely wrong? See, aging is natural, but decline isn't. There's a huge difference between getting older and getting weaker. One is inevitable, the other is optional. The real issue is what's happening inside your body as you age. Around your late 50s and early 60s, your testosterone levels start to dip. Not drastically at first, but steadily, month after month. At the same time, your blood circulation becomes less efficient. Your arteries stiffen. Your heart has to work harder. And that affects everything, from your energy to your performance to your mood. Then there's stress. You may not realize it, but long-term stress changes your body in serious ways. Your cortisol levels go up, which interferes with sleep, digestion, muscle growth, and yes, testosterone. When you're younger, your body can bounce back. But after 60, it takes longer to recover. That constant low battery feeling. It's not in your head, it's chemical. The result: you wake up tired no matter how long you slept. You start skipping workouts. You feel foggy during conversations. You find yourself pulling away from intimacy, not because you want to, but because your body just doesn't respond like it used to. And maybe worst of all, you start to feel invisible. But here's the truth that changes everything. You're not broken. Your body hasn't given up. It's simply underfueled and undersupported. With the right nutrition and support, it can perform far beyond what you've been led to believe. Think about it like this. If your car runs poorly, you don't blame the age of the vehicle. You check the oil, the fuel, the spark plugs. You run diagnostics. But when our bodies start running low, we shrug it off as just age. That mindset is dangerous, because the longer these deficiencies go untreated, the deeper the impact. Blood flow worsens, muscle loss accelerates, libido drops, and mental sharpness fades. You start to feel like a passenger in your own life instead of the driver. But what if you could take the wheel again? You can. And it starts by recognizing the warning signs. That sluggishness, that afternoon crash, that short fuse, that sense that you're doing everything right yet still feel off. Those are signals, your body asking for help. And the answer isn't some miracle drug. It's giving your body what it actually needs. In the next part, we're going to break down the 3 most important vitamins for men over 60, ones that directly affect your energy, blood flow, hormone levels, and performance. Chances are you're low on at least one of them, possibly all 3. We'll show you how each one works, how to get more of it naturally, and what to avoid so you don't waste time or money on useless products. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll understand how these simple changes can transform not just how you feel, but how you live. Because here's the truth: aging isn't your enemy, deficiency is. And you're about to learn how to fight back. Let's start with the first and arguably most underrated vitamin of all, vitamin D. Now, most people think of vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin. You hear about it helping with bones or maybe boosting immunity. But what most men don't realize is this: vitamin D plays a critical role in one of the most important systems in your body, your circulation. And without healthy blood flow, everything suffers. Picture this. You wake up feeling sluggish. Your arms and legs feel heavier. Your brain is in a fog. Maybe you chalk it up to a bad night's sleep or stress or just another off day. But what if the real issue is deeper? What if your blood isn't flowing as freely as it used to? Vitamin D is what helps your body produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and allows blood to move more efficiently through your system. When circulation improves, every cell in your body benefits. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Your muscles get more oxygen. And yes, your performance in the bedroom gets a serious upgrade. Now here's the scary part. More than 40% of men over 60 are deficient in vitamin D, and that number goes up in the winter, or for anyone who spends most of their day indoors. If you haven't tested your levels recently, chances are you're running low. Jack, the guy I mentioned earlier, that was one of his biggest issues. He'd stopped spending time outdoors, started avoiding dairy, and had no idea his vitamin D levels had dropped so drastically. Once he started supplementing properly, his energy returned within weeks. His mood lifted. His blood pressure even improved. It was like flipping on a switch. So how do you make sure you're getting enough? There are 3 ways to boost vitamin D. First, sunlight. Spend at least 15 to 20 minutes outside each day, preferably in the morning or afternoon. You don't need to sunbathe or risk burns. Just allow your skin to absorb natural light without sunscreen for a few minutes. Second, diet. Add more vitamin D-rich foods into your meals. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and tuna are excellent sources. So are mushrooms, fortified dairy products, and egg yolks. The key is consistency, not just one healthy meal, but building it into your routine. Third, and most reliably for older men, supplements. A high-quality vitamin D3 supplement can help maintain optimal levels, especially during colder months or if you live in areas with limited sunlight. But always check with your doctor before starting any supplement, especially if you're on other medications. Now here's what most guys get wrong. They either ignore vitamin D completely, or they buy the cheapest supplement they can find and expect it to work magic. Don't do that. Your body needs the right form and the right dose. Otherwise, it won't absorb properly and you'll see little to no results. The truth is, once your circulation improves, you'll start noticing a ripple effect. More energy during the day, faster recovery after workouts, better sleep, stronger drive. It's all connected, and it all starts with a nutrient you might already have sitting in your kitchen cabinet. So ask yourself, when was the last time you got your vitamin D levels checked? If the answer is, I don't know, then it's time to take control. Because no matter how old you are, your blood still wants to flow. Your body still wants to perform. You just have to give it the support it needs. Next up, we'll talk about the second most critical vitamin for men over 60. One that powers your brain, nerves, and stamina like nothing else. If you've ever felt drained for no reason, this one's going to hit home. Let's talk about the second powerhouse vitamin every man over 60 needs to pay attention to, vitamin B12. This one's a game changer. If you've been feeling unusually tired, mentally foggy, or like your stamina just isn't what it used to be, there's a good chance B12 is at the root of it. Here's why. Vitamin B12 is what your body uses to convert food into usable energy. It's like the ignition switch for your entire system. Without enough B12, your cells can't properly produce energy. So even if you eat well and sleep enough, you'll still feel like your tank is empty. And it doesn't stop there. B12 also plays a major role in nerve health and brain function. It supports the protective coating around your nerves, called myelin, and helps your brain communicate with your body. So when B12 is low, your focus drops, your coordination can slip, and your mood often takes a hit. Then there's circulation. B12 is essential for producing red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout your body. That oxygen powers your muscles, fuels your heart, and yes, boosts performance below the belt. So what happens when you don't get enough? You start to feel exhausted even after rest. You might notice tingling in your hands or feet. Your memory may feel dull. You zone out mid-conversation or forget names, appointments, even words. And physically, that edge you once had, it fades without explanation. The problem is, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12 from food. Even if you're eating healthy, you might not be absorbing what you need. That's why B12 deficiency is one of the most common nutrient issues in older adults, especially men. Take Dave, for example. He's 68, used to work construction, always active. But over the past year, he felt like his battery never charged. He drank more coffee, tried sleeping more, even took a break from work, but nothing helped. It wasn't until his doctor checked his B12 levels that the truth came out. He was running low, very low. With a simple supplement routine, nothing fancy, his energy started climbing within days. 2 weeks in, his brain fog cleared. A month later, he was walking 3 miles every morning without gasping for air. All because he gave his body back what it had been missing. So how can you boost your B12 levels? Start with your diet. B12 is found in animal-based foods. Lean meats like beef and chicken, fish like salmon and clams, dairy products, and eggs. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you'll need to focus on fortified foods, things like plant milks, cereals, and nutritional yeast. But again, as you age, diet alone often isn't enough. That's where supplements come in. A high-quality B12 supplement, or in more severe cases, B12 injections, can make a dramatic difference. And no, you don't need megadoses or trendy brands. Just the right form. Look for methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin taken consistently. But don't guess. Get your levels checked. A simple blood test can tell you exactly where you stand, and from there, you can build a plan that actually works. B12 isn't about hype. It's about energy, focus, and endurance, qualities every man needs, no matter his age. So if you've been feeling drained without reason, or your mind just doesn't feel as sharp, it's time to ask the real question. Is your body running on empty? In the next part, we're going to explore the third and final vitamin on this list. It's often ignored, but it holds the key to circulation, inflammation control, and even testosterone production. If you want to round out your comeback, you don't want to skip this. Let's wrap it up with vitamin E, often called the fertility vitamin, but its impact goes far beyond that.